Boo. Guess who? It's me. It's Mr. Feudal. Welcome back to a new video on the MMO. Now, right now, this is really just an update video to tell you I'm not dead. I've not gone anywhere. I've been busy with work. I've been busy with a few projects that I've been working on and a few things regarding my private server on Life is Feudal Your Own. Now, this is about the MMO today. What's been happening? Well, there's been quite a few things been happening. We've just opened up number 5 of Wave 1, Phase 5 of Wave 1. After this wave, you guys who own Life is Feudal Your Own, you guys are going to get access to this. You're going to get access to this in maybe a few months, give or take. Maybe towards the start of next year, maybe February. Maybe around that time you'll be able to get into the game. Yeah. After that, it might actually be Wave 2 sooner than we think. I prospected this to be, next year, middle of next year, but turns out it might be sooner than we think. What is to come on the MMO? Well, there's already been quite a few wee little changes, and as you can see on screen, this is all going to vanish. Actually, this is all going to get wiped before the Life is Feudal Your Own players get into this game, which means everybody's going to be on a fresh start, everybody's going to be on a level playing field. However, as you can see, one question I do get asked a lot is, why did we build this scale of project for my guild, which is the Vanier's Krigsman? Why did we build this so advanced and have the area so well terraformed and all the buildings created and doubled up walls? We wanted to test ourselves to see how far we could get in a small amount of time. Now remember, not all of our users, not all of our guild members have access to the MMO. Some of them are quite dormant, some of them don't even have beta access, which means we're not operating 100% capacity, which means those who fought us, there's more of us. Trust me, there's way more of us than you think. But that's a question I get asked a lot, and as you can see, we wanted to test ourselves. We wanted to see how impressive we could make a base look, how fast we could make it, what kind of things we could get, etc. For example, I'm wearing chainmail. I've got my lance, quality 100 lance, should I add, quality 100 shield and quality 100 ghost macer. It's just things to test ourselves. It's just things to kind of put out there and think, yeah, we're going to achieve this in such little time with all of our members currently on the go. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what's the fighting like? Because the last time people spoke to me was really a good wee while ago, a couple of months ago, and the fighting was kind of terrible. The instance battles were all laggy. The servers didn't feel like the servers could actually cope with it. That has completely changed. Instance battles are phenomenal. I took part in one, I think a week ago, or a couple days ago, and it was phenomenal. Because my military profession here is Lancer, I am mostly on cavalry, on the horseback, which means I'm providing cover for archers, I'm providing cover for infantry, covering assaults, etc. Some things like this. But they're amazing, and I'm going to put 2 links in the description of this video, and you can see exactly how impressive the instance battles actually are. Now, for people who don't know what instance battles are, basically a guild can place down a totem, an attack totem, which is something like a call to arms. They place it against a specific guild who then answer that call to fight, really. It's so people don't have negative alignment in the main world of the MMO. But they're amazing, and the way they work is you have your guild, you go up to your monument, you select the battle, defending or attacking. Usually it's the attackers enlisting, and then the defenders scrambling all their units, all the players together to try and get, a standing army to defend their position. This doesn't actually take place on the MMO map with the things that you can see currently, like the castle fortress, our town. It doesn't happen there. It happens on completely separate maps that have no buildings on them. All that's placed is a totem, and your job is either to attack it or to defend it. Those are the two options you're given. You can completely annihilate the enemy team, which will grant you victory. You can capture the point, which will claim you victory. There's two ways to do it. Usually people want to annihilate the entire team, or the entire enemy team. Anyway, has anything really changed lately for the MMO? Yes, it has. If you've recently seen on the Life is Feudal website under the MMO news, you will see that Hold Your Horses is a particular patch that you want to pay attention to. Now, with your horses, if you leave them out in the world deployed and you're not doing anything with them, basically what will happen is after 30 minutes it'll appear to look as though it's sleeping or laying on the ground, as if it's kind of fatigued, it's kind of sleeping there, it's got nothing to do. However, after a further 30 minutes it will run away and disappear completely from the game world. This is so, what happens is, and this happens in Life is Feudal Your Own as well, what happens is, because there's an influx of horses, the entities rise, the animal count kind of rises and lags the servers. It also lags Life is Feudal Your Own. That's why a lot of people deploy a rule that if your horse is caught out in the open, it can be killed. If your horse is out in the open for longer than X amount of minutes, it gets killed, etc, etc, etc. That kind of thing. It stops lag. That's the main purpose of it. It stops lag. It stops people hitting frame drops and things like that. That's just one of the big updates or minor updates that I've been reading, and I think it's pretty good personally. A lot of people don't really feel that it's the right way to go, but that's their opinion. I like performance. I like games to perform very well. If this makes the game perform very well, then it's for the best of everything, really. There is one other update on top of this bit of news, and this is where the guys who love PvP, and by the way, I'm now a fan of PvP. I love this game for PvP side of it, because now I can actually fight. I've been trained to fight. I've been, I can fight now. It's great. It feels great. Anyway, there's three wee things, and I'm going to read them out to you. High skill level thrusting spear attacks will no longer be unparriable, which means, if anybody's bad at English, if you're a high level spearman, you will see at level, I think it's level 90 or level 100, thrusting spear attacks cannot be parried. Well, that's gone. That's completely gone in the MMO. They can now be parried, which means the Boar spear has lost its op title. However, the Messer has been granted a few wee things, and it looks as though the Messer is going to be the dominant one-handed sword. Another thing, Lancers will have their couched lance reset if the speed of their horse drops below a certain level, which means, well, if you're going too slow, it'll reset. It'll reset beyond a point where you're going too slow to induce enough damage piercing. That's kind of what that's talking about. And some people feel it's a really good thing, some people feel it's a bad thing. I think it's a really good thing, because I hate people just kind of trotting up to me like and stabbing me right in the head and killing me instantly. I hate that. I hate it. It's horrible. Now, the third one is spears can no longer be used on horseback. Only lances are allowed. I feel this is a wee bit backwards. I like having the ability to use a spear on horseback. Think of it as like a light cavalry option, where you've got your shield and you've got, maybe you've got your tarred shield and you've got your basic or boar spear, and you're just running about and you're looking for some enemies to kick some ass, that kind of thing. You don't have the lance yet, you've not got the skill for it, you're just gonna wallow around and jab people with your spear on your back, on horseback, really. But some people feel it's great, some people don't. I don't know. I don't feel it's a really great option. One other thing. Is the MMO worth it right now? Personally, I say yes, it is worth it. A lot of people are playing it. A lot of people are hyped about it. The whole game itself feels a lot more polished. It feels a lot more playable. There's less lag. There's no problems with it from what I've seen. Other people may say that there are quite a few problems. To me, there doesn't seem to be that many problems. There is a few wee bugs here and there, but every game's got bugs. Every game's got little game-breaking things that you'll notice. But anyway, this is also a shameless plug to say, those who are in Life is Feudal Your Own, who watch my videos, my guild, the Vanir Krigsmen, are currently recruiting new members, fighters and crafters. Now, if you want to join a guild, if you want to join the Vanir Krigsmen, all you have to do is follow the link in the description and we can get you signed up, ready for the open beta. You'll be part of one of the most known guilds across the MMO, you'll be part of the Blood Pact, you'll be part of quite a big established guild. So folks, this has been a little update by me. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something. I'm Mr. Feudal, guys. I'll see you all later.